Today we are discussing tips for the IELTS General Writing Test Task 1. Firstly, identify the type of letter you are being asked to write. Formal, semi-formal and informal. Next, identify the purpose of the letter. For formal letters, the questions can be requesting information from a company or applying for a job, complaining to a bank, store, airline, product or service, making a recommendation or suggestion. For semi-formal letters, questions can be complaining to a landlord, explaining to a neighbor, asking a professor for permission. And for informal letters, questions can be inviting someone you know well, thanking a friend, apologizing or asking for advice. Next, open and close the letter correctly. Do this based on the type and purpose of the letter. Formal letters are usually written to someone you have not met, whose name you don't know. So you can use dear sir or madam and end with yours faithfully. Semi-formal letters are written to someone you may or may not have met, whose last name you know. So you can start with Dear Mr. Brown or Dear Mrs. Stone and end with yours sincerely. Informal letters are written to someone you know well, whose first name you know. So you can use Dear John, Dear Anita and end with best regards or warm wishes. Next, start the letter appropriately. Open a formal and semi-formal letter with a formal sentence and paragraph. Get down to business and say why you are writing. Don't try to be friendly as you don't know the person you are writing to. Next, open an informal letter with a general friendly paragraph. Acknowledge your friendship first before explaining the reason for your letter. In fact, the first paragraph could include just friendly small talk, unrelated to the reason for your writing. Next, learn and use standard written phrases. In English letter writing, we use a number of standard expressions and phrases. These not only save time and effort, but also make it easier for the reader to understand your meaning. You can add on the specific information you wish to communicate to these standard phrases. Next, spell commonly used words correctly. Learn and practice the correct spelling of words you are likely to use for the exam. Examples are sincerely, faithfully, in connection with, apologize, and so on. This is an easy way to boost your score. Next, divide your letter into paragraphs. Usually, you need 4 paragraphs. Introduction, problem or situation, solution or action, and conclusion. Make sure to signal the start of a new paragraph in one of the 2 ways. Indenting. Do not leave a line space between paragraphs. Start writing a little to the right of the left margin. Skipping a line. Leave a line space between paragraphs. Start writing directly from the left margin. Next, use clear handwriting. Make sure your writing is neat and legible, so your words can be read easily and do not appear to have spelling mistakes. Next, write at least 150 words. Practice writing letters till you know what 150 words feel like and look like. You will lose marks if you write less. You will not lose marks if you write more. Next, include all 3 bullet points. If you exclude even one of the points given to you in the question prompt, you will get a lower grade. So, answer all the points. In your letter, explain the problem, describe why it disturbs you, and suggest a solution. Next, finish in time. The IELTS General Task 1 letter is worth about 30% of your writing score. So make sure you complete the whole letter. Though you have to make up a story to explain the situation. Keep it simple so you don't run out of time. Make sure to keep 40 minutes to complete the essay in task 2. which is worth much more in terms of points. Next, read model letters but don't memorize them. Instead, read the letters to get an idea of the overall flow and to pick up new vocabulary and expressions. Next, understand the scoring criteria. Learn how to get a high score by knowing what examiners look for and how they award or deduct points. I hope that the tips in this video will help you to improve your letter writing. Now get practicing. Thank you.